Money Moves 2.0, the podcast. And always remember, gentlemen, it's a motherfucking movie. So, it's a trend going on out here with modern men, you know, and not just modern men, also modern women. But today we're focusing on modern men, you know. A lot of guys are not knowingly holding themselves back from becoming rich and or successful, you know. Um right now we're America, they talk about debt and all this on the TV, but um we're living in one of those time periods where you can work your way up to greatness. You can work your way up from the bottom to the top. Meaning that most people that you see that look like they're doing better than you know, probably got a new car, a hot chick, you know. You us now, we can work our way to exceed most men. But I'm not sure that most of the guys know how to do this. Um, we're living in a world where there's a trend of guys being raised by single mothers. So this is for you, you know. This is for the guys who um didn't have a man in the household. The guys who didn't have a good male role model, you know, to help him navigate through life. Um, so it's just like myself, guys. I've been there. I learned the hard way. Um, when I'm from a poor community in Memphis, Tennessee. Um, and coming up, my mom and dad separated, you know, just like a lot of us. Um, and my mom couldn't really instill what I needed in my head, you know. I know that now. Um, and so that forced me to gather around guys in the community because I'm looking for leadership from a man who's going to raise a man. You know, so a lot of us, we going, you know, in our day, I'm in a poor neighborhood. A lot of those guys couldn't tell me how to navigate life. They couldn't tell me how to build credit. They couldn't tell me how to buy houses. They couldn't tell me to go work a 9 to 5. Um, the only thing that a lot of guys taught me was what they knew, and this and you have to expect this. We have to expect this, that if most people knew how to go get a Maserati, then most people will have a Maserati. So a lot of men in the poor community, I couldn't get no guidance from nobody. Everybody, all the black men in my community, was out of drug dealers, gangbangers, robbers, people who didn't necessarily have anything going on in life, who couldn't teach me how to be a man. So I went through through more than I should have. You know, I went through having to learn for myself what is a man. You know, and now I think I'm getting to my peak of life. 35 years old, and I'm supposed to be a 35-year-old man, and then 65 will be around the corner, 50 will be around the corner, 40 will be around the corner. When my kids turn 18, I'll be 50, you know, and I wish I had somebody to tell me, well, I'm going to tell you, you know, this is for all the guys who haven't really got no direction. You ain't really got nothing going on right now. Um, you want to be successful, but it's not enough just to want to be successful. You know. Um, let me get to these comments real fast. I got let's go live chat. Bobo Anderson, what's up, my guy? And we got Terminator T800 in the building. What's up? What's up? Welcome to the show. Um, so what I'm gonna tell you guys is, I wish somebody would have told me when I was younger that there's nothing wrong. I remember, like, in my neighborhood, you had to be hard. You had to be mean. You had to be a certain type of way, or you would stick out like a sore thumb. And I had to break myself away from that type of thinking. You know, um, a lot of these neighborhoods make you be a bad person, make you go get some heat, because everybody in the community, we're standing around a bunch of people who don't know where they're going. Let me say that again. We're standing around a bunch of people who do not know where they're going. So everything's going on. The real world, the real raw world. This is what you're gonna get. You know. Um, and we all know that life itself, the game of life, we thought it was gonna be on white picket fences. We thought it was gonna be easy, but the game of life is rigged. It's rigged for you to crumble. It's rigged for you to fail. It's rigged to keep you not thinking about who you can become, how you can impact, how you can come from poverty and become an international traveler, become anything, but most importantly, become financially successful. You know, and it's a lot of people. I know you guys seen it. This happened a lot when I'm in a lot of my black communities, no matter what city I'm in. You know, um, a lot of guys will be walking around and they're frustrated. My YNs and other black men, They be frustrated like a mud, man. You can see it on their face, you know. And a lot of times you can't feed negative energy with negative energy. Terminator T100 said, I agree. And Terminator T100 said, 800 said, no human hits harder than life. Facts. If life was a Mortal Kombat game, guys, if life was a Mortal Kombat game, I have been, they did the finishing move on me a couple times. Like, I remember sleeping outside, guys. I've been homeless for a lot of you guys already. You know what I'm saying? So I can come and teach people how not to become, and how, if you're in that situation, how to maneuver through the situation of homelessness. You know, look at me now. Like, I remember I used to sleep on benches. I used to sleep on cardboard boxes in the cut, you know, anywhere I could find. Every night a different spot, parking lots, anywhere. And now, as you guys see, I got this new truck. You know, this and this is how. And guys, there were people who was in a position I'm in. I feel like I'm in a great position. There was people who was higher than me when I was homeless, who I thought was, you know, that I could never come up. And now, that's why I said you could be homeless or you could be broke right now and you can surpass everybody who ever doubted you. You know, I'm sitting here right now as a living testimony. I've been hit by a semi. I've been hit by 18-wheeler. Yeah, I got hit on foot in Atlanta by a semi. And the insurance company screwed me. I was homeless and I needed the money and they gave me an offer and I said 39,000. They said 39,000. It was like 3 years, bro. I was in a wheelchair. You know what I'm saying? I had cast on and I was like, man, I'm gonna take that. And me not knowing money, that $39,000 was enough to change my life, but I didn't change my life with that $39,000. What I did with that $39,000 is crazy. You know, I got gold teeth, I got Jordans, I got a hoopty. I had bought a hoopty. You know, I got my driver's license, my gun license, and stuff like that. But I didn't become successful off of that. You know, I had to actually learn how to become successful from being a regular person. Ain't that something? A lot of you guys gonna be like, how you gonna be successful from being a regular person? Yeah, the dude who go work a 9 to 5. Yeah, the dude who goes to work. And I got money that comes all different types of ways, guys. It's not a game. You know. Yeah, a lot of us, we think we're gonna get a lawsuit. We're gonna go hit a lick. You know, in the black community, you know, and for other guys as well. Be thinking we're about to hit it big. But what happens? Just like I got hit by a semi, I knew I was gonna get paid. I thought it was gonna be like 100, 200, a $500,000, which I should have got, but I didn't have no sense. And I'm waiting for the money, and I'm homeless. But I'm in a rooming house, and I'm around a bunch of poor people, and I just want it, and I took it. And I still was. I got an apartment for like 4 months, and I went broke. I spent $39,000. This was like 7 years ago. I spent $39,000 in like 4 or 5 months. And then guess what, guys? Guess what happened after my knucklehead but got the lawsuit money? Guess what happened? I went straight back to square number one. I went from having all them thousands of dollars. I used to go to the bank and get the 20 racks, and there would be a stacks of 2000s. And then I went from that with enough money to change my life to sleeping outside broke. And I went through the silence alone. Nobody cared. I went through the pain myself. Nobody cared. Nobody was gonna come and give me another 39,000. I had to figure out how to become successful, how to keep money. You know, how to keep money. Like from a week, this is a week of one source of income, guys. A week of one of my sources of income. This is a week of money. It's like $75. And I'm gonna tell you guys how I make $75 on one of my sources of income right now. So at my job, one of my jobs, I gotta drive people, and I'd be like, yeah, I could put 4 people in here, so that's $20 every day. So I just stack that, and then my checks be fat, and then I got that green, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm in Colorado, weed is legal, so I be having me an ounce, and people pay to play. They want to smoke, and they pay me extra, so I just put it, and I just let it grow. Every week, $75, $100 just so people giving me gas money. Let's not even include the 200, 300 I might make a day. You know, and the thing about it came from working a job. You have to work a job. Everybody be talking about, oh man, bro, I got this car working at a temp service. I built my credit. It took me a year to build my credit. I got a secure credit card. I didn't have no credit. And my credit score got to a 720 in a year. Because it took me some time because I was struggling with it. You know. Then the jobs just got better. You know what I'm saying? The jobs got better. And this is what a lot of people are missing out on. A lot of us in the black community, we be sitting back hating on each other. We be sitting back spreading salt, spreading anger, spreading animosity. You know, most people don't know where they're going, guys. Most people don't know how to get there. Everybody think they got the perfect idea, but everybody's too busy with their own drama to worry about you. So that's good for that's good. That's a good thing that people don't care. You can be asleep outside and nobody's coming to rescue you. You have to rescue yourself. You know. We got any more comments? Terminator T100 said, "You're a strong man." Thank you, brother. And we have to get ourselves to a point where you can learn how to ignore people. Like, you know, I done came from a place. Yeah, it seems like the hooder and the blacker your community is, the more people will slick knock you off. You know, they'll knock you off like you'll be on the job and they'll start talking or they'll start saying things. A lot of people can't control their emotions like I could. I'll smack somebody. That's just how I was back in the day. But now I'm at the point where you can call me the N-word as a Caucasian person on the job. And you think I'm about to lose my job? Come on, guys. Words doesn't matter. People have the right to think the way they think. But if I'm gonna be the hood black chick who at Popeyes, or the hood black dude who at Popeyes, and a Caucasian person say, "Oh, you an N-word," and you jumping over the counter, not being professional, that shows on you. Even though the dude was wrong. You know, what I learned was a lot of people have a lot to say but don't know nothing about nothing. They don't know how much money you got, but they will try to talk you into, most of us is broke anyway, but they'll try to talk to you into feeling bad for yourself. Guys, man, I should be fast. I'm giving 100%, 199% gain on these videos. And the game is rigged. But if you know how to play the game, and you know how to be unaltered, unbothered, you know, you on a job, can't nothing get to you. That's not, just because somebody talking, they ain't gonna stop me from doing my job, because I'm making money. You know, I'm making money and I got a plan. And my life is not going to stop here. You see, a lot of people be caught in a moment. They get emotional. Then they catch that M1, that M2. They catch that that charge. You know, they catch that murder charge because of their emotions. Because, oh, the dude came through the hood and he had on a diamond chain. The guy came through the hood and he had on a diamond chain, and just because he got on a diamond chain and I ain't got it and he looking good, I'm gonna hit him across the head and take it. Snatch, give it to me. The wrong way of thinking. The wrong way of thinking. You want to risk your life and giving your life to prison. You see, I be thinking the more intelligent I'm getting about learning myself as a African American black man and becoming wiser and stronger and more solid than a boulder, that other black people are going to change with me. That's not the case. It's all on you. When God tells you, when you get the vision, you're getting the vision. Other people didn't get the same vision you got. My uncle taught me that, and it took me a long time to get it. He said, just because God gave you that light, don't mean he put the same light in the next person. You probably got $1 million ideal and got talked out of it. Got hated on. You was too weak. Nah. I like when I can spit some knowledge to y'all, man. You know, sometimes my videos be a little crazy off the wall, but I be trying to go live, but I be so busy. You know, I be busy, man. And I got kids, I'm married and stuff, you know, but I be keeping the regular videos coming, but I'm trying to go live a lot more so we can communicate face to face. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hey guys. Welcome to the top 1%, man. Welcome to the top 1%. It's gonna be ugly. The game is rigged. You know, use your pain. Use your pain. Use it. You have to make sacrifices. Sacrifice your emotions. Sacrifice your emotions on the job. And just be like, you know, it takes pain, and use that as fuel to push you to infinity and beyond. There's no cap on making money, guys. It grows. It can keep growing. It never stops. It's all in your mind. You know, ain't nothing wrong with working 9 to 5 unless you want to get old. I know y'all, a lot of y'all young brothers who watch me. I got this at an old age. Just think about that and look at me. I'm old. I'm older now, and I got this at an old age, and you can get it now and grind for a longer period of time. But guys, I'm gonna holler at you guys on the next video. Salute. Make sure you guys subscribe. Over and out.